today I'm gonna take this with me, my trusty Leica M1. Why it's trusty? Because it doesn't have anything that can go wrong. Well, the shutter can go wrong, but outside of the shutter, there's nothing else on this to go wrong. Well, I don't know, frame counter or shutter. The M1 is a unique camera. Leica did not make a whole lot of these because they were made for scientific purpose, aka go onto the microscope. Later on, Leica also made MD cameras, like MD, MD2, I think. Is that called? Can't remember now. Those ones don't have the viewfinder. So the M1 is the only one with the viewfinder. It at a glance looks like an M2. I mean, it is on an M2 chassis. It does not have the self-timer nor the frame line preview lever. This is because the frame lines, they only have two frame lines, 35 and 50. It's constantly visible. So there's nothing there. I guess it's just a really simplified Leica M camera, Leica M film camera. I really enjoy it every time I take it out. I am more of a perfectionist. Can't talk today. Perfectionist. There you go. I'm more like a perfectionist. And if you have me a camera with a rangefinder, I will try to use that rangefinder. But the problem for doing that is sometimes if you do very candid shots, shooting on the street, you don't have a whole lot of time to focus, and then people will recognize you're taking a picture, or you lose that decisive moment. So this camera forces me to not to do that. And of course, for some of you likes to shoot with lens wide open, I was told by this one guy, well, I bought a fast lens. If I don't shoot it wide open, I'm like lost my money or something. Well, that's not the point, right? That's not the point. On this camera, I think I can do a 4. Even sometimes, I mean, if I feel lucky, 3 point, like somewhere between 2.8 and 4, like a 3.2 or something. I'm okay. I can nail focus at 4. It also depends on how far you're shooting the subject. So anything about 10 feet out, you'd be all right to shoot a little bit faster. But for somebody closer, within 10 feet, then you probably want to drop the lens down a little bit. Or, for something very evolving, if you walk on the street, just continually moving, and you want to set let's say I want to something like shoot anybody like about 5 feet out, right? Something like that. You're better off, you have better luck to nail your focus if you drop down your aperture, like f8 or something. That's why I've seen a lot of street photographers use like ISO 800 film and during the daytime, so they can get their shutter speed up and their aperture down to capture the moment. Some of the professional film for 800 speed, it's quite nice. The grain structure is pleasant, as long as you don't underexpose anything. You overexpose something on a film, it's okay. So especially, I should say not film, negative film, right? Positive film, you'll be in trouble again. Outside of that, everything else is really an M2. I enjoy the M1 because how clean the front is, because there's nothing in the front, so nothing in my way. I mean, to be honest with you, the self-timer is nice, but I found myself rarely use it other than I don't have a cable release. I'm trying to put that on a tripod and reduce the camera vibration. Well, not the camera vibration, but my hand push on the shutter. So I use a self-timer. Outside of that, I don't use it. So the less is better to me, in my opinion. So what I have on this camera is a light lens lap 35mm f2. I picked this lens because it's such a compact lens. I don't know, I'm just being spoiled, I guess. I really don't like the lens block, even a little bit of viewfinder. Just, I don't know. It's fine. It's shootable, but it's just annoying most of the time. So I have that. And what else? This feature. Did I mention that the viewfinder frame line is parallax corrected? Because it actually has a lever inside that in place of a rangefinder cam, which also means that this camera, you can upgrade it to a M2. I think Leica used to make a upgrade kit, but it's fine. I mean, the kits are harder to find these days. If you find it, like DAG did some of those work. For the cost, really, you're better off keep this camera and buy M2. So you have a rangefinder, or sell this camera and buy the M2. So, but there are significant amount of M1 got converted over the years by people. I think I will keep the way it is, because I personally do have an M2. Sometimes I take that out. Like I said, this camera is great for is I just have to guess the distance and shoot away. It's kind of fun, sometimes liberating.